I take all my notes on it, and it's awesome.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the CAA Media Day. We're talking about our brand new tablet we're broadcasting here. It's close to 11 o'clock. We have the Albany head coach, Greg Castro, with us. Third season up there in beautiful Albany, New York. Used to have the Giants there for a very long time. Now the Giants are just staying home and saving their money. Coach, talk about last year. Last year you guys were 3-8, 2-6 in the CAA. So what do you guys have to work on this year to get better?
Well, last year was a tough. We knew it was going to be potentially a tough year. We lost a lot of seniors. We had a lot of injuries early in the season. So, we weren't pleased with what we were able to accomplish. And one thing we'll do is hopefully stay healthy. I think our training sessions were great. We're ready to roll physically. We have more depth, which will kids don't have to play as many snaps. Mm-hmm. And we're getting some of those injured guys back. So I think. That'll be a big part of any team's success for the year. So we got to be better on defense, and we got to get back to being one of the top turnover teams in the country.
You this year opening up against Buffalo like you did last year, the in-state rivalry, between Buffalo and Albany. It's a short drive, literally, for you guys.
Right.
Just talk about playing them, each year. It seems like you guys have a little rivalry started.
Oh, we'd love to continue to play Buffalo. We're going to play them again this year, but we're going to go off and we start playing Old Dominion, University of Pittsburgh, hopefully Syracuse, people like that. That first game, so it won't be consistently be Buffalo, but that's okay. I mean, we're just excited about playing. Last year was the first time Albany had ever played a BCS game, so we're looking forward to continue that tradition.
Talk about your quarterback, DJ Crook. I think I'm saying it right. Just talk about his development as a quarterback.
Well, DJ and Nevin Sussman, kind of finished the year both as number one. I think DJ's been a great addition to the team. He's really a hard worker. Nevin Sussman started the last 4 games, and Nevin, we think he's got a chance to be very good. He's young, he's smart, he's big, he's tough. So we feel good about having depth at quarterback with both of those guys.
I was looking at your newcomers coming in this year. You got a kid from Miami, Florida. How did you get him to come up to the cold?
It's just kids, they get around. There's a lot of chemistry in recruiting. It's a lot of how coaches interact, and we've got a couple great coaches recruiting that area. So I just think he was real comfortable, and it was we never thought that was going to work out. I don't think on either end, but it just kept going, and then eventually it was the right place for him. So we do recruit Florida, but traditionally we stay in New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Ohio. So, but we'll take those Florida guys. They're good football players.
What are a couple things that you guys can do this season to improve on your 3-8 record from last season?
I think the biggest thing right now is that offensively, we didn't. Our starting tight end got hurt. We lost our personnel groupings. We lost who we were the year before. The year before, we finished 5th in the conference in offense, and I think we can get back to those kind of numbers just by less turnovers, more experience. So that'll be big if the offense can jump up the depth, up the rankings. I think our defense just really needs to be better this year, and I think that's going to happen. I think we're much more athletic. We're much deeper on defense. We had defensive linemen playing every single snap in a game. You just can't do that. So I think depth and the culture being so healthy right now, I think is going to really help us improve our team.
So what will it mean for you guys to play like a team like Pittsburgh or one of those teams from the FBS in the future?
It's really a fun game for us. There's really no expectations. If you can pull a win off, it's a big news, and if you don't, then you're not supposed to win. And so it's something for our players. Really, it's a kind of a treat to start the season, and we're going to keep building on that tradition.
So, just talk about the season and stuff, and talk about like your quarterback and how he has to progress in order to get better.
Well, quarterbacks are really, when you look at the league, the top 3 quarterbacks in the league usually have their teams in the co-champion spots. I mean, that's just the way it's been the last 3 years I've been around it, and it's like that in most leagues. Last year Richmond's quarterback was very good. Obviously, JMU's quarterback was very good. Villanova lost their quarterback and hurt them. So I think that, our quarterback, Nevin Sussman and DJ Crook, they've got to play very well for us to have a chance to compete in the league. And football is quarterback driven nowadays. So, hopefully we're going to be big improvement. But I think we're going to make a big improvement. They weren't in the system. They were both new last year, and now we've had them in the system for a year. I think they'll be ready to go.
And with you guys having injuries last season, do you think that will help you guys this year?
It should help just getting the bodies back. Guys like Mike Nicastro, who was our heart and soul of our defense, got hurt in the first quarter of the first game, and it was a big blow for us. So, but injuries are part of the game. You have to learn to live with them. Last year was disappointing that we let the injuries affect us, and as much as they did, and we just got to continue to recruit depth so we can survive if we lose a couple guys.
Well, Coach Greg, I know you're a busy man. I know a lot of people want to speak to you, but thank you so much. I know you're a former Maryland guy.
Yep.
Coming home is not bad for a couple hours.
Get great crab cakes and see some friends, and I'm taking our players out to get some crab cakes right after this, so it'll be a good thing. We're gonna bypass the cold sandwiches and hit some crab cakes.
That's a good choice.
Yeah, it's a great choice.
Thank you
All right,
so
no
much.
problem. Thanks. All right.
Good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate
and,
it.
And a real quick question: do you have a beach at your or like a place